doing the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page brought to you by Kaufman and Lind Injury Attorneys. The win streak was fun while it lasted, Bulldog.
6-game win streak comes to an end last night. This is what happens when an elite offensive team plays an elite defensive team. The Knicks have the number 1 offense in the Eastern Conference. The Magic have the number 2 defense in the Eastern Conference, and the Knicks piled the points on the Magic last night at Madison Square Garden. They win the game 121 the 106. The win means that the Knicks won their group in the all-important NBA Cup and will advance to the quarterfinals. But the good news for Magic fans is this. The Magic, by having the best point differential among the teams in the East that didn't win their group, they also advance in the NBA Cup.
Man, we weren't sure about that this morning.
I know you guys are. Who cares about last night's loss? The Magic stayed alive in the NBA Cup tournament and are 3 wins away from bringing home the coveted trophy.
I told Lyncher, I said, hey, these guys have done a great job. You know, Paolo free. They've carried the team. They've done well. I wasn't even aware of that they were still in the cup, but that's a good motivator for them.
Well, I called for a parade if the Pride won the NWSL championship. That happened. If the Magic win the NBA Cup, guys.
Oh, God.
Parade? Huh?
Let's not get crazy here.
You're parade happy. Let us go deep in the finals or win.
All right, okay. Bulldog, looks like, and I told you this is going to happen, they were going to let Alabama get into this playoff with 3 losses.
Yeah. Barring an upset in Saturday's ACC championship game between Clemson and SMU, Alabama appears headed to the college football playoff. They were ranked number 11 in last night's penultimate. That means next to the last for Taco Bob. Next to the last rankings. They're ranked number 11. The Tide lost 3 games, including that loss, that 24-3 defeat to Oklahoma, which certainly was unsightly. The Hurricanes suffered their second defeat of the season Saturday. They lost to Syracuse. They've lost 2 of their last 3 games. Miami is 10-2. Alabama is 9-3. The problem is Miami has no ranked wins on their schedule, and Alabama's beaten 3 ranked teams. So that's the mix right there.
Strength of schedule.
That's the gist of it. And the ACC commissioner came out with a statement last night saying he's shocked that this would happen. I'm not really that shocked, quite frankly. Again, Miami has no victories against ranked teams. Alabama's 3-1 against ranked teams. Instead of blaming the College Football Playoff Committee, Miami should blame the 2 in-state rivals they beat, Florida State and Florida, for being mediocre.
No. It's easy to say that. Miami should blame themselves, not only for the 2 losses, but the other games that they squeaked out of. And it just, that the eye test, as they like to throw around, if you were really paying attention, I can see why they'd have questions on that team. I'm a fan of the team, and I have questions.
Me too. I wanted to see a state team get into the playoff as well. I thought Florida State should have been in last year. But, yeah, I can't really make an argument for Miami here. I just can't.
We all want the state team in.
I just did the 3-loss Alabama. You knew it was coming.
Of course.
You knew
they
it was
talked
coming.
about it, but everybody's been talking about it for over a week, so of course it's coming.
Although if Clemson beats SMU in the ACC championship game, that means Clemson gets in, and SMU's probably going to get in as well.
Right.
I don't think they should be penalized for being in the championship game, and that would knock Alabama out.
Yeah.
So they need Clemson to lose that game on Saturday. Gus Malzahn, former UCF head coach.
So you're saying what's the only scenario that could get Miami in?
I don't think there is a scenario that can get. I was talking about Alabama. The only scenario that Alabama doesn't get in is if Clemson beats SMU on Saturday. Okay. And that way Clemson would be in and SMU would probably be in as well, and that would knock Alabama out.
I tell you what, watch out for SMU, man. Watch out.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
And they got money. They got money over there.
They really technically probably have more money than any program in the entire country, if you really want to get down to it.
Oil money.
Yep.
Yeah. National Signing Day today for high school recruits. The usual suspects at the top of the rankings, Georgia, Alabama. Go down the list there. A lot of SEC teams, Auburn, Texas, LSU. Florida has surged. They're at number 11 in the rankings right now. We'll see what happens today when the actual commitments start signing. Miami's at number 13. Then there's a massive drop off. FSU's at number 38. UCF, wow, number 73.
You'd have a hard time. You'd have a hard time committing to going there right now with the uncertainty.
No question. Again, 73. They're ranked behind USF and FAU.
Do we know anything more on the possibility of coach?
Well, Jamie Chadwell's name has emerged. He, of course, is the coach at Liberty. He was at Coastal Carolina. He's sort of the hot candidate. UCF is talking to him. I talked to somebody who knows a lot about the situation yesterday, and they said it's probably going to be in the next 3 or 4 days that UCF names a coach, but we don't know who it's going to be yet. We don't know who they can get yet because a lot of these coaches have buyouts. There's contract stipulations you have to work through as well. By the way, Gus Malzahn yesterday penned a letter of thank you to UCF fans on social
Gus,
media.
I'm in it for the long haul. Malzahn.
Yeah, thanked everybody. Thanked Terry Mahajer for the opportunity. Thanked the fans. Thanked the players. Personally, I think he should have added an apology in there as well and said something like, I'm sorry, Night Nation. I completely whiffed in the transfer portal last year, spent all of our NIL money on players who couldn't play, and I resigned before I got fired next year because this rebuild's going to be massive.
Meant to say I'm in the long haul up to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
All right. Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, he hosts Open Mic on AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game each weekday morning on Adjacent to Us. Feel free to click over there if you ever want to get more sports info. And thank you, Dog, as always, for taking the time out of your show to join us here for the sports page each morning on JRR, brought to you by Kaufman and Lind.
Listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Coppin every Saturday morning. That's 7:30 a.m. on FM 96.9 The Game. You can catch extended versions of Under Oath on your favorite streaming platform.
Linton Thomas. On demand, download the iHeartRadio app.